We call ourselves bag chasers. To everybody that's in the chat that may be new here, we call ourselves bag chasers, but that's just because it rings good, right? What we really chasing is greatness. And that greatness is defined by a few different things. Number one, our love for God. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and everything else will be added unto you. We chasing God, understanding that everything else come with it. Everything we need, we're going to be provided for because we love Jesus, we love God, we profess God and everything that we do, and we acknowledge that without God, none of this even matters. You know what I'm saying? So that's number one. Bag chasers chase greatness. And so, number one, we got to be in our bag when it comes to our spirituality. Number two, we got to be in our bag when it comes to our purpose. And your purpose is going to be defined by the work that you put in. Let's be clear. A lot of people ask me the question and they said, Anton, how do you know what your purpose is? How did you discover your purpose? At 43 years old, I'm still rediscovering my purpose because my purpose has evolved and changed based off of the things that I've graduated from. Let me give myself a word today. My purpose has changed and evolved based off of the things and people that I graduated from, meaning that my purpose was X and now it's Y, and then I'm going to Z. And that means that my purpose is not one thing. My purpose is defined by the work that I put in and where I'm at in my life. So God is not going to take you to levels that you can't handle, but you got to graduate. You got to pass the test. And so if you're trying to figure out what your purpose is, it won't be defined by a job. It won't be defined by a person. It won't be defined by the place that you live in. It's going to be defined by the work that you put in and how willing you are to pass the test that God has given you that allows for you to be a blessing to other people and to yourself and to your family. So your purpose is always ever evolving, and you do not have a ceiling. Your ceiling is not defined by man. When I see these people complaining online, talking about what the government ain't doing for them or this and that and so on and so forth, I weep for them because I know, talk to them, I know that they are carnal minded. They focus on the world and what the world is telling them would make sense. And they can't be worshipers of God because God don't let his own suffer, not unless it's for righteousness' sake. Okay? So remember that. We don't suffer for the cares of this world. We suffer for righteousness' sake. So if it be in us to go through something, it's because we graduating into something different. All right? I'm giving you the fundamental principles of what it means to be a bag chaser. And last but not least, you need to leave an inheritance for your people. All right. If the sum total of your life is always desperation, distress, begging, crying, whining about what somebody ain't doing for you, it is mandated in the word that you leave an inheritance for the people that is coming after you. Okay. And so that means that you have to be productive, that you have to be meaningful, and you have to be purposeful. And if you are not one of those things, and we encompass all of these things in being bag chasers, all right? Bag chasers hustle. And when I say we hustle, that means we're purposeful, we're meaningful. We don't let actions that we use throughout the day be wasted on something that's not adding value or meaning that we want to leave this earth in a better space had we not been here, right? Our birth here has to be for something meaningful and purposeful. We're not going to sit here and just be living a life of squalor and just waking up and just being aimless. We're going to be purposeful in every single thing that we do. Now, does that mean that you are not going to go through things, or you're not going to have some missteps, or you're not going to make no mistakes, or maybe you got some self-inflicted wounds? Yeah, you're going to do that. Absolutely. I do it every day. Every day, I fail forward. If I have 2, 3, 4, 5 victories, I make sure that I fail every single day. You're not hearing what I'm saying now. When I say I'm failing forward every day, that means that I'm going through uncharted territory, and I'm discovering something that I never discovered before because I'm brave enough to actually tackle and do things that I've never done. And I know that I'm not going to get it right on the first one. I know that I'm not going to get it right on it. Anybody that has ever worked for me or with me, you know that you are always going to be a work in progress, because the one thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to keep pushing you. Now, I'm not going to abandon you, and I'm not going to give up on you. And my one rule is that I'm never going to ask nobody to be somewhere that they don't want to be. So if you feel like it's too much for you, then let me know. But the one thing that I do is I'm steadfast with the people that are steadfast with me. And as long as we growing, as long as we figuring it out, even if you make a mistake, even if you mess up, I do it every day. I try new things. I explore new things. I try new things when it comes to content. And I make sure that I'm always looking to figure out what I can do next, because that's where growth comes from. That's where growth comes from. So I'm looking to fail. I don't expect to be successful in every single thing that I do. Shit, it took me well over a decade to get 1 million subscribers, but I got it. I got it. My timeline may not be like everybody else's timeline. You may be a one-hit wonder and get your million in 1 year, in 6 months. Are you able to sustain it? Do you know the lessons that came along with it? I ain't trying to get it quick. I ain't trying to get it quick. There's some real estate people that's just, oh man, we want to get 100 doors. I don't need it quick. I'm going to do one that year, and then the next year I'm going to do 2. And a year after that, I'm going to do 4. And then we're going to scale up and do 8. And then we're going to be doing residential, and we're going to be doing commercial properties, and we just going to do it all cash. I'm not trying to be like everybody else. I understand that my journey and my path is a path of endurance, because God told me that the race isn't given to the swift, is given to he who endureth to the end. So my future is going to be greater than my past or my present. So while you trying to skip steps in order to get it, we just going to take our time, and we just going to go down there, and we're going to bust them all down. We're going to get the women, we're going to get the bags, we're going to get the spirituality, and we going to heaven. You ain't got to be poor to make it into heaven. We gonna get the women, the money. We gonna have a good time. We gonna do all of the fun things. We gonna travel. We gonna love God. We gonna leave this earth in a better space. Had we not been here, we gonna take care of our children. We gonna leave a legacy, and we gonna leave an inheritance, and we gonna go to heaven. And we going to heaven. I told God this morning, it's the first time that I asked God for anything, because usually I wake up and then I praise God, and then I say, what is it that you would have for me to do? I say, God, this is going to be a different day, because I feel great, and I don't know why. I still got the balloons up, the balloons from the million. I got the balloons over there. I got the balloons over there. I said, God, I got a request today. I don't usually ask for much, but I got a request today. I want it all. I want it all. I want everything. And I know I'm going to have to go through some things to get it. And I understand that it's going to be some people that don't like me along the way, but I want it all. I want the money. I want the cars. And I don't even want the money necessarily because I'm going to do anything special that I'm already not doing. I got to help my people. I said, God, I'm going to tell you what my prayers are. I told God this morning, I said, God, you know my people ain't where they supposed to be at yet financially, even if they doing well, even if they saying that they doing okay, even if they got jobs, even if they cool. I said, you know we need this money. I need some more money. What you talking about? I gotta get it. I want it all. This is what I told God today. I said, I need some more money. And I started naming individual people that I know. I said, this person needs some more money, and this person need to be getting rich, and this person, I believe that they deserve to have the sports car that they want, and I need to be able to put some people in the position so that they can win bigger. I need some more money. I told God, I said, God, I'm not one to ask for anything, but I need it. I need bigger bags. And I promised them, I said, you send even more, and I'm going to share with everybody else. I'm going to share with the crew. I promise you I'm going to give it all away. I promise you I'm going to put people in the position to be successful. I promise you I'm going to change lineages. I promise you I'm going to change family legacies. I promise you I'm going to put some more people through college. I promise you I'm going to go and get it. I said, my people, they need this. And I'm not about to go and stand up on no podium and ask no legislators that I voted in and I'm paying with my tax dollars to give me something. I'm not going to them. I said, I'm coming to you. You the source. You the source. So if it's gonna happen, it's gotta happen through you. And if it don't happen, then I accept what you've already done for me because I'm appreciative. But I'm just telling you that I need it. Now, what comes along with that, because I see some of y'all in here saying, well, say my name too. All right, well, I'm gonna say your name. I'm gonna put it all inside. I'm gonna rewatch this. And after this is over, I'm gonna rewatch this and I'm gonna name the individual names. But understand what you're asking for before we get there. When I ask for things and when blessings come from my God, you're going to have to build the character to be able to handle it too, which means that you're going to have to go through something so you can learn a lesson and pass the test. Now, if you're not willing to go through something, if you're not willing to praise God, if you're not willing to acknowledge Him, and if you're not willing to suffer, because no blessing comes without a hater. No blessing comes without people that's mad at you. You're going to have to shed some of your friends and your stupid ways. Listen to what I'm telling you. Don't ask for the blessing if you're not willing to let go some of your dusty friends. Don't ask for the blessing if you're not willing to let go of your dusty ways. Don't ask for the blessings and then go out there and get AIDS. Don't ask for the blessing and then you go out here and you tricking it off on people that don't even value you. That's not a blessing. That's a curse. God don't give curses. Because you keep begging, you keep asking for money, and you keep coming to God. And the reason that you ain't got it is because you a horrible person in your heart on the inside. So if He don't see that you can handle it, then He gonna put you through the paces to prepare you, to gird you up so that you'll have your breastplate of righteousness on, and that you're not going to be swayed by the people. You're gonna be able to walk away when you ain't gonna be so easily starstruck when you see the devil walk in just because he can sing a good song. Now, do you still want it? Do you still want it? Do you still want the blessings? Because if so, then we can move forward. If not, stand on the sidelines, get in the benches, and watch us play ball. And watch us hoop. If you still want it after understanding what it comes with, because your preachers and your pastors on the pulpit, they're going to sell you on the idea that, oh man, just send the money. They're not going to tell you that it comes with work, that it comes with responsibility, that it may come with sleepless nights, that there's going to be some sacrifices and some people that you're going to have to stand up to and let go. They're not going to tell you that it's going to be growing pains and you may have to suffer. And it may be 2 or 3 years for you to take a step back so you can take 10 steps forward. It's not going to come the way that you're going to want it to come. The messages and the blessings and the direction is not going to come from the people that you think is going to come from. He gives you pastors and preachers after His own heart. So I'm going to give you the full width of it. It's going to be some really hard times so that you can get to the other side. And if you really want it, if that's what you still want, it don't come without a cost. It don't come, ain't nothing free. Ain't nothing free. Ain't nothing free. But I will also tell you this, that when you get your stuff from the devils, that's gonna cost you also. So you got 3 options. And now we about to get started with the show. I see we got well over 1,000 people in here. You got 3 options. A, you can get it over here with us. Shout out to the bag chasers. And we can do it the right way. Or we can go B, and you can take the shortcut and you can get yours from the devil, because I know that y'all do anything for a couple dollars just for a little bit of fame and some few likes. But it's going to cost you your soul. And then C. C is that you can ride the fence and you cannot pick a side and you can be in the middle. But I will also tell you that the middle is what God hates the most. That gray area. I'm going to put 1 foot in, 1 foot out, 1 foot on both sides. The middle get ran over. The middle get ran over. So you can play the middle, or you can pick a side. Either you can pick God, the devil, or you can play the middle. It's up to you. It's the only 3 options that you got. Ain't no middle. Ain't no none of that. Ain't no purgatory. Ain't none of that for you. Heaven or hell, which one you want? Y'all ready?